one Saturday morning.
All right, guys, it is time to talk about one more thing, one more show, a Netflix show. So we had 2 Netflix shows this weekend and 1 movie. We've already covered X-Men Dark Phoenix. Make sure you check out the video. We have already covered When They See Us. Make sure you check out the video. Now we're going to be talking about Netflix's own Twilight Zone technology thriller series, Black Mirror. This is season 5. I am a big fan of Black Mirror. I love Black Mirror. Bandersnatch also was great. And Chuck is just being introduced to Black Mirror. He hadn't seen it before, may have seen a couple episodes here and there. Yeah. So I was excited. So, oh man, Black Mirror, we got to watch this, Chuck. And so Chuck was introduced to season 5 of Black Mirror, and I will allow him to give his thoughts on episodes 1, 2, and 3. With no spoiler reviews this time. We're just going to jump right into it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a fan. Just let you know, off gate. Probably watching any more Black Mirror off of that season. Yeah, just kind of off me off the
or playing any more video games.
Yeah, no video games.
Not with friends.
It was so awkward. We actually watched them together with my wife. Was like, oh wow, this is awkward. It's awkward now. But yeah, with the first episode, it had Anthony Mackie in it. It had the guy that played Manta off of Aquaman. So I was like, oh yeah, I know these guys. Okay, so they're doing an episode on here. I was like, yeah, it's probably pretty good. And they were doing like the video game. So I was getting into it, and then it just like changed on me. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting this.
Right.
And it just continued to get weirder as the movie continued. And I was like, if it was me by myself, I probably would have finished it. I probably would have went to something else our next episode. So I guess based on my review of it, it was the better of the 3 that I did watch because of course the guys know how to act. Because we see those in big blockbuster movies. I seen the guy that plays Black Manta. He was in what's that music show that was on Netflix, or Rundown, or I forget what it's called. But the music, the music one.
Oh, he was in that. Yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah, he was in that show, so I really liked him in there. So
okay.
But really the story was cool. It definitely drawn you in, and you really want conflict. And just to kind of see what did occur was like kind of out of left field. Not my cup of tea, but maybe a lot of people did like it. A lot of twists. And the conclusion, I didn't really feel happy with the conclusion at all. So it left me. It kind of left me with kind of like the what are those not Tales from the Crypt, but they always have like a bad ending. It's like is it Tales from the Crypt that always has bad endings? So it's like, it kind of reminded me of that. It's like it wasn't the ending that you wanted, so I was kind of like, I'll just check the next one. Hopefully the next one's better. And then no, the next one's not better.
Definitely wasn't something that you as a married man wanted.
What you say?
Hey, where'd you go? I said, definitely wasn't something that you as a married man wanted. Like, where you going? No. We ain't nothing open about this at all.
That was that. I was like, oh gosh, this is gonna be bad. So it's like, my wife actually stayed awake to watch the whole episode of this one. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be some awkward questioning over here. It's like, yes, no, it's not me. It's just a TV show. Oh man, here. No video games. All I play is Madden. But yeah. Oh, real quick on that. When they put the little sensor on the head and he falls back, I'm like, I'm done. As soon as I saw that part, I'm like, never play that game. He ended up passing out. He was sitting there, somebody just smacking him in the face. Yeah, I can. That was just like, that was scary by itself before anything else.
Look, and right on cue, there D is watching.
Hey, babe, love you.
Hey, D. So let's go back and forth instead of doing our three at a time. So you
right,
done with that one?
Yeah.
So yeah, of the three, I agree. Of the three, I definitely agree that this one was the better. I thought the acting was well. I thought the story was compelling. You know, it was interesting what they were going through. Very weird, awkward situation. D, we're talking about Black Mirror, episode 1 that you watched with us. You know, that you and Chuck had to talk about, had some conversations about it. No, but yeah, I thought the situation was awkward. You know, the two best friends, and then they're having fun, kind of messing around. It's very interesting though, because it kind of makes you think that that's kind of how things could go in the future. Not necessarily so much as like best friends doing that type of stuff, but I definitely could see a little of the how should I say transsexual virtual reality. Like basically,
like Ready Player One. Remember Ready Player One was like that.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely could see as virtual reality gets better and better and better, and I definitely could see getting to a point where you can start to have those physical sensations, from those things. I mean, you already have chat rooms where you have men that will become women, or dating sites, and these are not people that I would say are the traditional example of what you would call transsexual. Like, they're not dressing up as a woman and going out to meet people as a woman. They are a man, 100% a man, but online they have created a female identity, and I can see that happening more and more. So this is the type of thing that Black Mirror tends to D says she's never playing Street Fighter again.
You and me, baby. Sorry. Right. No
more. But Black Mirror tends to do a lot of social commentary on this type of stuff. However, I will say overall, just as an episode, I was a little disappointed, just because this is not what Black Mirror is typically about. You know what I mean? Like, Black Mirror is really more like a Twilight Zone type of thing. Awkward situations, people are getting killed. It's definitely more Twilight Zone as opposed to more of a commentary on love and that type of stuff. There is one other episode like that. It deals with actually virtual reality couple, which is pretty interesting. It's a virtual reality lesbian couple, but that's really the only episode that I can think of that really goes on love and emotions and relationships, and not on action things. And you saw, Anthony Mackie on the cover, and that's Black Captain America right there. Like, we're ready to see what Black Captain America got in store for us now.
Like, oh no, Cap, no. Then at the end of the episode, you're like, dang, Cap. Yeah. Where Chris Evans at?
It's right. It's funny how I wonder how they pitched it to him, because for the most part, the two guys didn't have to do anything. No. They only had their actors pretended to do it, and they had two other people to play the man and female. Only they had to do was pass out. But at the end, they did have to kiss like one time, and it was funny how they did it. Like, they're like, all right, we going, all right. Oh, okay. And then it was hilarious. It's like, okay, are we cool now? We good? Then they started fighting. It's just hilarious. So I thought the quality of the episode was good. Like I said, I guess for me, for a Black Mirror episode, it wasn't really my cup of tea. I probably would have done better if this were its own show, but I can see why it could be Black Mirror. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump into episode 2. Again, if you were watching, go ahead and leave a comment here and let us know what you thought about it. I see where Kenny Millett said that he loved it. Episode 2 basically gets into a gentleman. I'm trying to describe it without giving spoilers, and I'll give spoilers over time. But episode 2 gets into a gentleman who kidnaps somebody that's working at a place called Smithereens. He kidnaps him at gunpoint. Ends up in the middle of a field, surrounded by police officers with no guns. I just said that because I know you're going to say something about it. But then the guns come out, and he uses the entire opportunity as a way to get in contact with the CEO of a particular company, again, Smithereens. I was not a fan of this. As a matter of fact, I disliked it heavily. It's probably one of the worst episodes of Black Mirror that I've seen. I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
It's like, gosh, couldn't watch something else.
It was
this crap.
The whole thing is just a public statement. It's just a PSA. It's a public service announcement that says, "Don't text and drive. Don't be on Facebook and drive." Like, that was it. That's what the whole thing is about. He was texting. He was checking his quote unquote Facebook and drove into somebody and killed his fiance. Okay. I don't have a problem with that, with the thing being a PSA. I don't have a problem with the topic, but if that's what it was going to be, they could have done it in a much better way.
Compelling way. This was so boring and stupid. And then they killed my boy. Well, they don't quote kill my boy, but like, what's his name? What's the black dude in the back?
I don't know.
My black dude in the back. I'm like, you getting slapped around, kidnapped, and then you start getting your feelings when he let you free. I'm like, it was like, first of all, I had to watch all of this happen to find out it's just because he killed his wife because he looked down on his phone. Which to me, I just don't understand. Like, it's not necessary. I wouldn't call Facebook or try to talk to Mark Zuckerberg about it. It's my fault. It's like I was drinking. Like, you need to be able to control your own self. Don't blame somebody else on something that took off your attention. Turn your damn phone off.
Right.
I mean, stop looking at your phone when you drive. I mean, it's wrong. So, I mean, I didn't understand the purpose of why he did that. I mean, you should probably just blame yourself. And I mean, if you felt that way, just end it. You can't get over it. So,
I mean, if you think about it, the quote unquote Facebook was just as guilty as the manufacturer of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, are you gonna call the CEO of the car manufacturer? If I had, I know it's my fault, but if I hadn't been in this car, I wouldn't have wrecked it.
And also and the phone company too. Even though he gets a choice to add if he wants notifications to show up on his phone, he don't have to be told what stuff comes on. He can just check it when he goes on to check. But he enabled his notifications on his device so he could get every little pop-up that comes up. And I guess I understand it does make it addictive, but I'm saying you got to have some, some clue as an adult. It's like, hey, you got to make better choices. And this choice is something you're going to have to learn from. That, I mean, to me, he could have used his life a lot more to really to show that he grew from this type of horrible thing to have in his life. I mean, yeah, it's tragic what happened, but it's a lesson that you need to learn from that. And I don't think he learned it. I just think he was looking for somebody to blame and looking for more people to hurt, which a lot of people in this world today try to do when they don't want to face up, look in the mirror. They go, hey, I'm going to go get a gun and kill everybody because I'm upset, because people don't like me. I didn't get what I wanted in life, so I'm going to go destroy other people's lives. I mean, it's cowards. Those are cowards to me.
Exactly. D says the mirror got the black dude.
yeah. I was like, it was so funny. After we watched it, we were going through the credits all slow to see if the black dude didn't die. It was like, it's 30 seconds left on it. Go back to it and just slow it down. Maybe he'll show up at the end of the credits. Nope, he never showed up again.
That was the worst ending.
Yeah,
it was a stupid ending. Like, cliffhangers are okay, but it should be something that's compelling and makes you want to say, I wonder what happened. Like, okay, See You Yesterday was not the best cliffhanger ever, but it still makes you wonder, I wonder what happened here. Like, I wonder how this story unfolds.
Yeah.
I didn't feel this way at all. I just felt like this story was incomplete and inconclusive, and it just ended in a dumb way. And I was disappointed. Like, what do you mean we don't know what happens? That's not how a cliffhanger. That wasn't a good cliffhanger. Yeah. You just wrote the whole story and ripped off the last page for no darn reason. That's what that was. So we watched the third episode as well, and hopefully that was a vindication. So how did you like the third episode, Chuck?
I like the third episode. It was the more pointless writing and story. The story was stupid to me. I don't know if I even completed all the way through. I was kind of zoning out as I was watching it because I was bored. It didn't I remember when I watched them before. I remember I saw one. It might be like season 3 or 4, and I saw an episode. I think he went to like an episode of like Star Trek or something on one, or and basically it was like it was enjoyable. And there was another one that there was an addictive game that it was kind of reminds me of the first episode. It was like addictive computer game world that they would all go into, and even that one was interesting, all the way through. But I don't know, they didn't do a very good job with these. I wasn't compelled to finish it even, so I didn't like any of these episodes. So not my cup of tea, I have to say.
I would agree. This one was definitely much more in line with what Black Mirror is all about. Technology, something weird, somebody goes into a coma, that type of stuff. It was definitely much more in line. And I actually like Miley Cyrus in this. You said it was Miley Cyrus. I didn't believe it.
I thought it looked like her. Then everybody's like, I don't know what that is. Yeah. It was?
That's Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought she did a decent job playing actually herself. I wasn't necessarily impressed with her playing the cute little robot thing, but of her playing herself was really funny. But it was a decent episode. This would be like lower tier Black Mirror, but it wasn't bad like the second episode was.
Yeah.
But it just, if the other 2 episodes had been really great or much more traditional, then this episode probably would have seemed better or kind of fit in. But because the first episode was good, but not really Black Mirror, and the second episode was just bad, then this didn't help. The ending of this story again ruined it for me. I guess you probably didn't see the end, but it's like the aunt is in control of everything, and then all of a sudden, she puts the girl into the coma, and then the girl actually wakes up out of the coma. She confronts the aunt. The aunt doesn't see her. The aunt is laying on the stage and is as in control of everything she is. She's like, I don't want to die. 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 What is this? This is not the aunt. This is not the one that's been in control of everything. And what are you talking about? You don't want to die. Nobody's come out with a gun. It's just a van busted into the arena. Okay, nobody has a gun. Calm down. What are you talking about? You don't want to die. And then the very last thing that she says, she's like, F it.
Wow.
Roll credits. I'm like, what do you mean F it? That. What? That's stupid. Who wrote your dialogue? So yeah, this whole season is it's bad, man. I'm disappointed because again, I'm really excited about Black Mirror. I think Black Mirror is great, and I just felt like the showrunner was a completely different person, and so I was disappointed. I was embarrassed because I wanted to share this with Chuck. I was very excited to say, "Hey, man, come on, check it out." Oh, look, Anthony Mackie's in it, man. This is about to be awesome, bro. He's about to make his career.
Yeah.
And he probably did make his career. Now, but
he'll probably be in a bunch of movies now.
Yeah. So, anything else to say about this, sir?
No.
You're ready to stop talking about this. All right. Well, if you like what we did here, make sure to leave us a like. Leave us a comment. What did you think about these shows? Were they pretty decent? Would you watch another season of Black Mirror? What you need to watch, Chuck, is Bandersnatch. Bandersnatch is good. Really,
that's the one that you can pick the options, or you can pick tell them what to do. Okay, that's still on Netflix.
Yes, it probably is. I'm sure it is.
Okay, I might check.
They want that. They want that. Yeah, throw yourself off a building a couple times. Yeah, you'll like it.
I'll see what
fight
goes.
Fight your therapist with some nunchucks.
Oh gosh.
Yes, that's what Black Mirror. That's more like that. But anyway, yes. Leave us a like, leave a comment. As usual, you got to subscribe to survive. This is Color Commentary, where we give you views from a different side. I will not be playing any video games with you. Peace.
No video games.
One Saturday morning,